Good day, folks. For today's video, I will be making a video response to the question of the week, number 49. So, as usual, I'm going to read this question and then give my very own response. So, this is a question posed by our friend Luis Eduardo Guillen. So, hey, I've been watching your videos for a really long time, and I have a question, a simple one, I guess. How do you keep motivated? I'm fluent in 4 languages, and it was really easy for me to keep motivated. The thing is, I've never tried to learn a language by myself. So I have tons of material, but I sometimes just get lazy and don't get anything done. I see you are very motivated. It's admirable, and I mean it. And I would like your help. Thanks. Louise. So, thanks for the question, Louise. I must say this is a very common question. I get this question very, very often. People are just wondering, just dying to know how I stay motivated. They see me making tons of uploads on YouTube almost every day, and they're just curious. And I mean, it's totally understandable. Language learning isn't an easy thing. I know a lot of people, a lot of language enthusiasts here on YouTube make it seem easy, but it's not an easy thing to do. However, I should say that if you're motivated, if you have the motivation and you're really passionate about it, it really doesn't feel like work. I have to say, it doesn't feel like work, although it isn't easy to do. If you can relate, it doesn't even have to be with language learning. It can be something else. When you're passionate about something, you basically don't lose energy doing it. You have limitless energy, and you just can do it every day, all day if possible. So this is how I am with the language learning, and other people who are really passionate for language learning as well. So the first thing I want to say here is I don't want to say that you can't be helped when it comes to motivation, but what I would say is the motivation has to come from within. In the long run, at least. You can listen to certain videos, people speaking. They can say certain things that will ignite the fire inside of you. You know, it will boost your motivation, but you need something that's going to keep that fire lit, and I think it has to come from within. So this is something that no one can really help you with. The only thing they can do is help you for a short period of time, but it's probably going to run out. So that's all I want to say about that. Now, motivation is very powerful. I think it's something that is very essential, especially when it comes to language learning or anything that you're trying to succeed in. You need the motivation. It doesn't matter how smart you are. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have the best methodology for language learning or anything. If you don't have the motivation, it's going to be hard to keep going. And when it's something like language learning that's going to take some time, you need something that's going to keep you going. Getting up every day, getting into the language, listening to the language, practicing. You have to do this very often, especially if you're wanting to get results. This all takes motivation. You have to have motivation for this. And if you don't have it, you're not going to succeed. You're not going to get far. So there are many things that can keep people motivated. Some things may seem weird. Music, movies. Although those things are weird, it's okay, because again, the motivation is the key. That's what you need. And if that's what keeps you motivated, then keep on doing it. So motivation, even if something is being done, something bad, some people have bad motives. They have bad motives to do certain things. They have that drive. They want to do it. They want to get it done, and more than likely, they will get it done because of that motivation that they have. So either it's bad or good. It's pretty much the same when it comes to this motivation thing. So it is very essential to have if you want to keep going. Now, for me, I want to keep this to language learning since this question pertains to it. My motivation, I get my motivation from mainly the process itself. Now, for those of you who know, I love to play video games. I love to go fishing, and obviously I love learning languages. Those 3 things are what keep me going. Like, If my energy, and this rarely happens, if I'm feeling down, or if I don't know, if I'm just, I don't want to say depressed because I never fall into a depression mode, but if my spirits are low, my energy is not, I don't know, I would just, when I start doing either of those things, it does something to my spirit. It does something to my energy. It really does. And it's been like that for a very, very long time. That's why I'm still doing it. And this is why those things, those are my passion. But I will have to say that languages are a bit more serious. Like when I do languages, I really get excited and my energy just goes crazy. So language learning is sort of like, for me, it's like medication. I know maybe it sounds cliche because I've said it so many times in the past, but it's like medication. The fishing, the video games, those can be too, but I think language learning is even more. It is more medicating for me. It's therapeutic, as I say in the past. It's very powerful for me. It's like how can I compare it? It's just like like chocolate. Some people say that most women, when they get depressed, they're sad, maybe they broke up with their boyfriend or whatnot, they eat chocolate and it keeps them happy. It does something to them. This is how language learning is for me. This is the therapeutic aspect for me. So that's how it is for me, and I rarely lose motivation. Now, if I do lose motivation, it's due to a drop in energy, and this is why it's essential for me to pay attention to my surroundings and just stay surrounded by people who are pretty much, I mean, they're into the languages, but they're very energetic about it. They're very passionate about it, and I just make sure my surroundings are good. So the energy, if it's negative energy, it won't rub off on me. So I take that serious as well. Also, I like to look at, for me, motivation is like it's like a pilot light. You know, for me at least. If those of you who know what a pilot light is, it keeps the water heater, the water tank. It keeps the water warm, and it rarely goes out. And this is how language learning is for me. This is how strong my motivation is. And as I said, I rarely lose the motivation. It has to be for a very good reason. So that, and then just the process, you know, getting into a language from the very beginning, not having an idea what's going on, can't read, can't understand anything, but after building that experience with it, you're able to come to the state of being able to read, being able to speak, being able to interact with the native speakers. You know, that in itself is motivating. Then on top of that, just speaking with the native speakers, getting the reaction, getting the responses, and seeing how happy they are to see you getting into their language. That is very motivating. This is why I try to encourage many of you to get out there and just, no matter what the circumstances are, just get out there and try to practice with the native speakers, and you will see the reactions, and you will see how powerful it is. So that's another aspect that keeps my energy going and keeps me going for language learning. Also, what else? There was something else I wanted to mention here. Yeah, so interact with the native speakers, which will ultimately lead to you become a shapeshifter. I'm not going to get into what shapeshifter is, but if you guys don't know what it is, just type up shapeshifting or shapeshifter and see what you'll come up with. That's basically what you do, especially when you're getting into all these different languages, these different cultures. You're learning new things. You basically become a better person. Touching all these different cultures, different ways of thinking, you just become a shapeshifter. That's what happens. So that's what keeps me motivated, essentially. And like I said at the beginning of the video, it's kind of hard to, someone can give advice. They can say motivating things to, boost your motivation up for a short period of time. But you're going to have, in the long term, you're going to have this energy from within to keep you going, to keep that pilot light lit. So that is pretty much it. I hope I covered everything. I hope I didn't forget anything. And yeah, that is it. If you guys haven't seen this question, I will post this as a video response to that video, and feel free to make a video response or make a comment. Otherwise, thanks for viewing, and you guys have a good one.